Big day today. My first smoke in my new electric smoker, which is right now out on the back porch, and it's heating up to 275, cleaning it as we speak, running that first initial cycle. And you can see I got my ribs out. These are pork baby back ribs, and I cut them in half because they're too long otherwise to fit on the grates in my smoker. Currently just got done cleaning them as best I could, taking the membrane off, cutting any excess fat. I saw a couple things on YouTube. Some people like to use a binder. I'm gonna rub a little bit of yellow mustard, French's yellow mustard, and I've got my rub. Got a recipe for last night off of YouTube. Basically brown sugar, salt, paprika, cayenne pepper, onion powder, mustard seed. And I think that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna basically rub these down, wrap them in foil, throw them back in the fridge, let them sit until I'm ready to get smoking a little bit later on in the day. We're back, and I've rubbed pork baby back ribs down with a little bit of light coat of mustard on both sides. And I didn't go overly crazy with it. I see some people like to really coat their ribs. I'm gonna try doing it moderately at first. Probably a preference, but this is what they're gonna look like, and you can see I've coated them. I'm gonna wrap them now, throw them in the fridge, let them sit about an hour to 45 minutes before cooking. I'll pull them out, I'll let them get to room temp, then I'll break them out of the foil and throw them on for the first 2-hour part of the smoke. And I'll be back a little bit later when we start the smoking process. This is the first look at the CharBroil that I'm using for the first time. And there's two versions of this. This is the lesser of the two. It doesn't have the glass panel, and it doesn't have remote control or a light for inside. You see the digital display is nice. I've already run the seasoning, which was the 2 hours that I talked about before, at 275 to basically burn off any residue from the manufacturer and get it ready for cooking. Now it's preheating. Real quick, as it's preheating, I'll take a look inside. You'll see I wrapped the grease pan and the bottom tray as well to try to make cleanup a little bit easier. A lot of people on YouTube advise doing this, so I'm going to follow suit. And I've got my water in, and I've got the chips already in. Some people say to wait until after preheat, and some people say to do it before. I'm going to do it as it preheats. Right now my ribs are coming to room temp. This will take about 40 minutes, 45 minutes to preheat, and once I get that, I'll bring the ribs out and throw them in, and we'll get smoking. All right, back outside. The preheat cycle's done. You can see that because the 00 is blinking. You can see I've got my ribs set out here outside of the fridge about an hour, and I'm gonna load these up. Before I shut it, that's the smoker box for the chips. I didn't point that out last time. And I'm using apple chips today, and I used it about a little less than half full in the box itself. So hit the temperature, and I'm gonna take it up to 225. Should blink again, and then I'll hit the temperature gauge again, and that'll lock it in. And for the sake of this smoke, I'm gonna put it up to 7 hours. It doesn't mean I'm gonna smoke for 7 hours. This means it'll run continuously until I stop it. So I hit 7, I hit the clock. It'll blink if I wanna add minutes, I don't. And you can see I got a good smoke coming out the side here. And I'll just monitor that. If I need to add more smoke in the first 2 hours, I'll put some more chips in. And we'll let it run for the 2, and we'll take a look and see what they look like, and I'll be back then. Well, it's been 2 hours, and I had to fill the smoke tray up once more time with some chips. We lost some smoke about an hour and a half in. Let's take a quick look. I'm gonna take these out, and I'm gonna bring them inside and rub them with some barbecue sauce, actually baste them, and then wrap them in foil and bring them back out here and throw them back in for another 2 hours. Go. They're looking pretty darn good right now. We're inside. You can see I've completed 3 of the 4 racks. We're about halfway through our process, or a third through our process, I should say. All right, we're 2 hours of smoking with the aluminum and the barbecue sauce. I just took them out, opened up the first one. This is what we're looking like. I'm gonna unwrap the other 3, throw them back in to the smoker, same temp. So I'll see you in about an hour. All right, we're 45, 50 minutes into our final phase of the smoke. And what we got, And we'll check the temperature inside, make sure we're cooked to 165, and then I'll slice them up and we'll see how they are. The ribs are cooked. We checked the internal temperature right at 165, so we're good. See, we got a nice coat on the outside, caramelized up real nice. Yeah, this is falling right off the bone already. You can see, looks good on the inside. I'm surprised for my first time. I'm really pleased. We don't get the smoke ring that you get with the charcoal, obviously. You do get a little bit of a crust, and the sugar helped caramelize on the outside of the meat. Really juicy. And this is essentially, we did the two in one. 2 hours smoke, 2 hours wrapped in aluminum, and then the final 45-50 minutes without the barbecue back end. So we're gonna cut these up and enjoy them with dinner. Overall, not a bad first time out. Thanks for watching.